Welcome to the end of day review for 17th November 2023. Today is a Friday and we have effectively closed off the trading week. As usual, I'll start off with my live trading review and then we'll move on to an EOD markup for the pair that I actually traded for today or was monitoring for majority of the day. Just a quick conclusion on the week. This week has been pretty slow, in all honesty. PA has been either in significant ERL or it hasn't had backing, or it was just not moving as nicely as it used to. This is somewhat usual as we come towards the end of the year. Starting with GBP USD, as usual I was waiting for 4H backing which never came. However, the underlying daily direction bias remains long, and just it is purely for the fact that we've got confirmed pro-trend structure and price doesn't necessarily need to come to any of our imbalances or windows of imbalances or any pro-trend OBs for that matter. Given this, GBP USD for today was not considered for trading. You can refer to my London session outlook and New York session outlook where I touch on Euro USD, AUD USD, USD CAD as considerations for the day. However, none of them were great secondary pairs. For majority of the day I was looking to trade gold. Gold started off quite simply and then progressed to be a lot more complex than anticipated. What I just want to touch on is, as you can see, there was we in a scenario of both pro-trend unconfirmed and previously confirmed pro-trend levels, and we've created multitudes of primary legs and primary leg OBs. We started the morning around about here, which gave us a good indication to expect just shorts bringing us into here. However, as the morning progressed, we subsequently broke this pro-trend unconfirmed OB. We created a flip level right here, which then gave us both reasons to long and short. I don't like the complexity on secondary pairs, but in the case of today, gold was, to be honest, the cleanest pair amongst all the pairs. So that was the pair I focused on for both the London and the New York session. Moving on to the 5 minute, I'll start with the London session. Coming into Frankfurt, as you can see, we were essentially waiting to see which side of the range will break and if the high of the day from the Asia range will hold or not. It didn't. The Asia range broke, then the Frankfurt range broke. I wasn't oh yeah, so the Frankfurt range broke only quite late in the London session, about an hour. Okay, maybe not that long into the London session. However, what you can see is there was a high of the day during created by Frankfurt with a chalk to support it. However, as you can see, the chalk was taken out in London, and the POI that was subsequently created right here was Frankfurt based, and what you can notice in there is at that point in time we were still waiting to see if the Frankfurt range will break. Therefore, this POI in particular was invalid to trade, which then led price to continue moving higher, and then we had our secondary chalk creating a high of the day of London. This chalk came when the lull started. Had it come before the lull started, we would have considered an entry prior, and we would have left that order open at least until New York, which in all likelihood would have been triggered. if we use this level, however, because it wasn't the chalk didn't fail before the lull, these extreme based approach trades were invalid. Then coming into New York, what you can essentially see is we didn't have clear evidence of supply taking control. There isn't a clear range to support that this actually tapped into this associated OB, and I know if I forced it and I took a loss, I would definitely be questioning myself. So for that reason I didn't force anything, and then we came into New York, and this would have been a trade that I would have taken had the chalk actually been correctly positioned. But as you can see, this would have been triggered in New York, so I would have cancelled that order, and thus going from there we had some building permit news, which is considered medium impact. However, it was positive for the USD, and as a result gold went down for the day as anticipated by this order block. Unfortunately, by the time supply was validated in control, we were already touching the next 4H OB, and we couldn't consider trading it because when we have reason to trade both directions, we need a triangle and IRL to form within that triangle, and that was simply not the case. There wasn't enough time remaining in the day to revalidate taking longs. Additionally, we had the low of the day on the Asia low. New York created a new low of the day, and as a result longs are invalidated for that reason. That is essentially the conclusion of my live trading for this week, and now I'll do my EOD technical analysis. And as usual, I won't talk, but I'll mark it up, and if there's anything I want to mention towards the end, I'll let you know. Otherwise, ensure that you have some rest this weekend, and we'll chat again on Monday for the London session outlook.